Warning, there will be absolutely no food sounds during the testing phase of this video. No slurps, no burps, no smacks, because that's repulsive. Don't worry, Misophonia fam, I got you. Now if you're ready for a little different type of mukbang, sit back, relax, and let's do this.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
This video is sponsored by me and my lifetime support group, where you get to stay in our very positive and nerdy group for life. You also receive a 12-week gym program along with a home workout routine. Also in the group, we do live Zoom sessions on most Saturdays where my clients look at me like this through the screen. If interested, hit the link below for more information. We would love to have. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Michelle McDaniel. I'm a personal trainer. Awkward with all of this sitting here, but we'll get to that in a second. A proud mother of a pub. A past theater nerd gone grown-up cosplayer, and this is my channel. My thoughts will probably offend you where I share my thoughts. They'll probably offend at least one person. So if there is anything offending you today, let us know in the comment section. This is the place to do it. And while you're down there, you might as well hit that subscribe button, because I post 1 to 2 times a week, sometimes 3, and sometimes dressed in cosplay, but not today. Today we have a completely different type of video. Yes, we are in my kitchen, and you are probably saying, what the heck is going on? And I've been wanting to do a video like this because of 2 reasons. As many of you know who have been watching my channel, I am a past heavy. Eating until I have to throw up, and then I do, and then I eat more. Past binger. But now I'm a binger who can actually keep this type of food in my house. Okay, you guys, day 2 of this on my counter. Normally when I was a huge binger, this would be open. None of these are open at all. Yoshi, aren't you proud of me? I didn't eat them yet. I'm a whole different person than I was. Hey guys, don't mind me, I'm just baking in front of my junk food that I still haven't touched. Normally, back in the day, I would have to bake plus eat this while I bake, and then still eat this, and probably add some of this on top. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't add that, but I would add a lot of stuff on top of my pancakes. And now, what, 4 or 5 years later, I'm able to bake in front of junk food that I would normally just go ape. Yoshi, are you not proud of me? She doesn't care. She just wants treats. Anyway, but this might sound very just conceited to you guys, but I have come so far from what I used to be, and how food doesn't control me as much anymore. It's still an everyday type of struggle on certain, you have your hard days.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
But I was at that point of Nico and Trisha where you just eat so much, food's all over your face, and it feels like it's super fun, and then you feel sick after, you feel like crap, and then you do it all over again. I'm just very lucky that I didn't have a video camera and see that it is popular, and then decide to turn that video camera on and film it, because it was really gross. Honestly, the fact that me and my boyfriend went to Walmart, the place that I used to go to, and fill up my cart with that I didn't even like. I just put it in my cart because I wanted to eat as much as possible. And he said to me,
"Now a fat girl, get whatever you want."
why are your hands up like that conspiracy guy? Aliens.
Now a fat girl,
Okay.
get whatever you want.
And instead of acting like that show that I used to watch in the 90s,
Try to do is get hold of her cart. The second thing she's going to do is load up on those big new Farmer John hams in the market.
I just picked out what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. That is a huge step. It might not be a big step for a lot of you guys who don't understand binging, but that's a big step for me. And I just look back from what I used to do, and that's really amazing in my book. And 2, the second thing I wanted to show that I'm very, very excited to share and just curious as to how it would turn out is because I get so many comments saying, you never eat junk food. You probably hate junk food. It disgusts you, huh? You hate the taste of it. You only like healthy food. But people expect me to absolutely hate junk food. Last year I had one of those delicious, succulent strawberry shortcake popsicles, which I loved when I was a little Michelle, and I opened it and was like, that is way smaller than what I remember. I either had very tiny hands or they started producing smaller, little delicious morsels. Anyway, I ate it and it wasn't bad, it just wasn't as magical as I remember. So the question that I want to answer is, do I still like all the food I thought was amazing when I was fat, now that I have cleaned my palate of most junk food? So I got some foods that I used to binge on. We are going to see if it tastes like I remember, but a little different than your average mukbang. We are going to read the calories. We are going to count the calories. I have my trusty food scale that I keep at my side at all times. So let's eat. So I think we will start with something sweet because I know I love, after eating a meal, something sweet. Zebra cakes.
Get ready to unwrap a smile.
The inside looks kind of dry, honestly, but I remember like just loving how like cakey it is. So let's see what it's like. Super sweet, extremely sweet, almost too sweet, but because I love cake, that's God saying you shouldn't be eating that. I like it. It definitely tastes artificial. I'd probably be fine with that just one bite or maybe even half and then putting it away and then having it another day. Okay, let's try Twizzlers. Twizzlers was something always in my house. My dad had a weird, thing for them, but he only would get the strawberry ones or the cherry ones, but the red ones.
Brought to you by Twizzlers.
I always wanted the colorful ones and they would never get it for me unless I got it at school and I would go crazy on them. 3 pieces is 120 and sugar, 16 grams of sugar. And according to the American Heart Association, the maximum amount of added sugar you should eat in a day for men is 150 calories or 37.5 grams, and for women 100 grams a day, 25 grams of sugar. That is 12 grams. All right, let's try it. It started out good at first, and then I let it settle in and I just taste food coloring. I like the texture of the candy. The texture like definitely causes that nostalgia of like that just like soft type of candy, but I've had about 3 grams instead of the 12. I thought I was gonna finish the whole thing, but it definitely isn't something that I would probably get as like when I do a cheat meal or like we get a snack for like a movie night. It's not gonna be on my list. Should we try another flavor? Maybe we'll try like a lighter flavor. Let's try the pink one. That is 11 grams. This one's way better than the blueberry. Hostess, this was a thing.
Hey, where's the cream filling?
I feel like this is the pun of a lot of 90s fat jokes. All the fat kids are thought to eat Hostess cupcakes and Twinkies. 39 grams of sugar. They're a lot tinier than what I remember. Holy crap. Pretty much just like how I remember. Not dry, very moist, but I do taste that like artificial flavor. And so I don't really see me eating this now, but I can see why I loved it back in the day because chocolate cake was my thing. Is my thing, it's still my thing. I love chocolate cake. I'm gonna give Hostess a check mark. That was actually pretty good. Very, very sugary though. Okay, let's switch out the sweetness and get something a little more salty. Cheez-Its, these were my thing. I loved Cheez-Its, but I wasn't a huge fan of the regular one because my mom would never get the other ones because my dad didn't like it. And my dad was the king of the household. So we had to get basic cheddar, which I would still eat, but I'd rather have these.
At Cheez-It, we expect a lot from our cheese.
I have absolutely nothing to say except I really like these. Those are good. Oh man, my arch nemesis, okay? But usually I ate the Girl Scout version. Honestly, for me, it probably won't even matter. These were bomb. But let's see how Fit Michelle sees them. These are small. Look, wait, let me give you it's like as small as my palm and I have small hands. What is this? No wonder I could eat a whole couple of bags of these. These were actually really good. Nostalgia just flowed through my veins. Knowing how many calories are just in 2 and how many freaking cookies that I would eat before just right in front of my television while I sat on the floor watching Hey Arnold. Okay, these cookies. Well, another arch nemesis of mine, soft baked cookies for some reason would force me to lose all control of my body and force myself to sit my big old butt on the couch with a big old glass of milk and just eat. There are so many memes of these cookies and how they are full of crack and they have to be.
Yo, you won't give me the cracks. Listen.
This is my crack.
Ooh, very colorful, right up my alley. Most people's alley. The more colorful it is, the more people are gonna wanna eat it, which is why it's important to fill your plate with very healthy, colorful foods, and then it's just signals to your brain that you wanna eat it. feels like it's really high in sugar, and it's not, I mean, it's high, but it's not as high as the zebra cake, but it feels like it's on the same level. I would eat packs of this. You know how I know when I was bigger, I hated when people would scrape off the frosting? I am that person now. I feel like I need to scrape off the frosting so that it's a little bit more manageable, and then I can enjoy it more. But yeah, I thought that was definitely going to give me that nostalgia. Ooh, that was a lot. Okay, let's move on. Last thing, Reese's Pieces.
You want Reese's Pieces, do you?
Oh, there's 4 servings in this thing. I would eat this as a little kid. That means I would have 16 grams of sugar times 4. 64 grams of sugar, not including the big soda that I would drink, along with my popcorn, where I would put more butter on top of it.
What is my purpose?
Pass the butter. Thank you.
Man, that's a lot. I've never counted the calories of a Reese's Pieces. And to me back then, that wouldn't be a lot. That wouldn't be enough at all. But as someone that, you know I don't need all of that food. I know I just need like a little taste. That's quite a bit. It's fine. That's enough. But to a lot of people, this isn't a lot. And I can probably fit this in my hand, actually. A serving is a handful, and I would put all of this in my mouth.
That's what she said.
That's my joke. Damn it, Dwight.
5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 8. Okay, these were good. They don't even have that like artificial taste in my opinion. I'm sure they do to a lot of other people, but this is a good pick for like a cheat snack. Like yummy little movie night thing once in a while. And I highly doubt I would need to eat the whole thing. Now that it's kind of settling in, I'm like, okay, I don't think I need like to shove all of this in my mouth. Okay, so I liked 3 out of the 7 Cheez-It cookie things and the classic Reese's Pieces. That was super interesting. So while I clean up, let me leave you guys with some tips from an ex-binger. Think before you eat. Make a rational decision and ask yourself, why are you choosing this food? What is it going to do for you? Are you hungry? If so, go eat a meal and drink some water. If you want a serving size after that, then measure it out and enjoy. If you don't trust yourself with junk food in the house, don't buy it. If you live at home with your parents who buy food like this, have an open conversation with them that you are concerned about your health. Tell them you have no control, you don't feel healthy. Make sure to make it about your health and ask if they can put the food on a high shelf so out of sight, out of mind. If they refuse, just know I went through the same thing and it was hard, but it taught me to have self-control. Get a hobby. Something I noticed is I eat or grab random food I don't even need or want when I'm bored. I got into music, singing, The Sims, Xbox, Yoshi, anything that would distract me. The next tip is something I wouldn't recommend if you are someone who has trouble eating, but since I am at the opposite end of that, it helped me a lot. But brushing my teeth after every meal or putting my retainer in after a meal, it signaled to my brain that the meal was over and I was done. It really helped reduce my post-meal binges. Keep a food journal even when you binge. I'm a very visual person, even at the point that I'm at now. If I don't see the numbers, I'm going to eat a lot more than what I really need. Count your calories. Once again, even when you binge, it sucks, but God did it help me once again visually see what I was doing. Also, counting the grams of sugar I would eat was very scary, but eye-opening, and I don't want diabetes. Take little samples of the treats. For example, if there's just a bunch of junk food like I had today or I'm at a party, I usually try to do a sample size of each treat that I want instead of eating all of it. Just like I did in today's video. Be patient. It took me so long to get to this point. It took a lot of mental conditioning, which sounds very weird, but I had to change the way that I think. I had to start thinking before I ate something because I am a mindless eater. So be patient because you can get to the point where I'm at. It's not easy. I never thought that I would be able to have this food in front of me and portion it out, but I put in the work mentally and physically, and here's where I am. I can enjoy this food and control myself without the food controlling me. Okay, so the final verdict of everything that I just ate is 237.0 calories, and that's about a meal for me. Just to put it in perspective for you guys, my meals are about 250 to 350 calories and my plate is full of food. With this, I had a bite of a cookie, a bite of a slice of cake, 6 Reese's Pieces, a couple of Cheez-Its, and a half a Twizzler. What the absolute... I do see a lot of personal trainers doing like, oh, how much can I eat? 30,000 calories or whatever they do. And I think that we should kind of show people that you can enjoy this kind of food without overdoing it. There's nothing wrong with trying it every once in a while. So if you like this kind of video and you want to see me try other foods that I ate when I was bigger or things that I'm just kind of curious and trying, let me know if you want to see that in a very controlled, healthier way without the food all over the face and loud freaking eat it. Table manners. Honestly, it's gross. Anyway, remember, you don't have to be a size 2. Having big biceps are great to have to scare away all the boys, but not needed to be healthy, but health is important, and I want all of my watchers to be as healthy as possible while having the occasional Reese's Pieces or gross cookie things. I don't know if you like them. We found out that that's not my thing anymore. To be as healthy as possible. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Crap, my arms are too short. I got it.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your ear.